Hello leaf lovers, my name is Dulce and welcome to Leafy Blooms. For today's video, we're going to be doing a walkthrough or tour of my entire houseplant collection. When I originally wanted to make this video, my houseplant collection was extremely small. Not extremely small, but like a lot smaller than what it is now. So I decided to do more of a walkthrough type of video so that you guys can see how I decided to style my plants as well. I do plan on maybe making like a how to style your plants video in the future, because I really had a lot of fun trying to figure out how I wanted them to look in my home, and I would love to help, someone out there style their plants in their home. But for today, again, I am choosing to do more of like a walkthrough type of video, because if I showed each individual plant and like pulled it up to the camera, it would take like 3 hours and ain't nobody got time for that. So without further ado, grab your coffee or beverage of choice and let's get started. All right, so I figured we can get started on my plant shelf. This is the main attraction in my home. It's two really, really big wooden shelves that I keep most of my plants, or majority of my plants, on. All right, so here we have my Hoya Wyetii. She has grown a lot for me. I got her from my local plant shop and she's thriving, clearly. She's doing really, really well. I have her potted up directly into this ceramic planter. I was really iffy about doing that because I know Hoyas love aeration, but she doesn't seem to be complaining, so I'm going to keep her in here for as long as I can. All right, next up we have my variegated Hoya compacta. This girl, oh my goodness, she's small, but she's been growing a lot lately. You can see she has new growth there, and I'm very excited to see how big I can grow her. I do have a regular green Hoya compacta, which is hanging. You guys will see later in this video. So in comparison to that one, you guys are going to laugh because this one's like super, super small. But yeah, love her. All right, and here we have a beautiful Hoya lacunosa mint. I don't know the difference between the mint coin, whatever, but I'm pretty sure that this is just like a Hoya lacunosa mint. That's just what I call it, at least. And yeah, she's pretty small, but she's super, super gorgeous. And I love the color of her leaves. And honestly, I kind of love how petite she is. I think it just, I don't know, it makes her super, super cute. All right, next up, I have a Alocasia Black Ninja. She looks a little rough. She's been getting these edema spots. I'm pretty sure this is edema. She doesn't have any pests. She might have a lot of dust, by the way, but yeah, she looks a little cray right now. She suffered from root rot, which is why she doesn't have very many leaves or roots, but she's making a comeback. And here we have my Anthurium warocqueanum. She is very small, I know, in comparison to probably a lot of other people's queen anthuriums, but I am obsessed with her and I seriously cannot wait to see how big she can get. I got her off of Facebook Marketplace for like 25 bucks, and she was even smaller than this, as you can tell, like for example, this leaf. But I'm happy with her growth. She's growing in really well. She had a little bit of a tear there when she was unfurling, but she looks great. All right, and back here we have a variegated philodendron hederaceum. Super cute, not very big, so obviously I plan to grow this one super big and bushy. Next up, we have my Pilea peperomioides, and this is the variegated version. I do have the green version as well. This one is a lot smaller, but this one is just a lot happier in my care than the other one is. I don't know why. The other one cups its leaves a lot, and this one surprisingly is doing super, super well. I will say that for me, Pilea peperomioides, both versions, are very thirsty, and they have like a prolific root system. They just grow so crazy. So I love this girly. Can't wait to show you guys the green one, because you guys are gonna also laugh at that, because it's just insane, the difference in the quality of the genetics of the plant, I guess I should say. But yeah, I still love the green one. I just wish that it was happier in my care. Okay, next up we have my Hoya gracilis. She is one of my first OG plants, but also Hoyas. She didn't do anything for like a whole year, and now she is growing like crazy. I love her. I love the shape of her leaves. But yeah, I'm so happy to see her growing now. She's got lots of tendrils coming out, and I can't wait for her to be super bushy and trailing. All right, and next to her, we have my Hoya Silver Croniana. She is stunning. She is currently about to bloom very, very soon. She's got some active peduncles here. She has another one somewhere in there I saw the other day. And yeah, she's just stunning. She has less variegation on the spine, which kind of bothers me, and I kind of want to trim her back. But yeah, overall, she's super, super laid back, and I love her. Okay, and next up we have my Hoya Hushkiliana variegated. This plant speaks for itself. I'm obsessed with her. She's so beautiful. Literally looks like a watercolor painting. She is also a prolific grower. She grows super fast, and I can't wait for her to bloom. And then here we have my Hoya linearis. She is a lot smaller than what she used to be. Oh gosh, basically there was a phase where I was underwatering all of my plants really, really bad. And she got dry rot, and eventually I had to just chop her back and reroot her. And then she suffered rot from the propagation phase. And now she's finally happy. I do notice though, a lot of her newer leaves will die off sometimes, and I don't know why. I really hope it's not like flat mites or something. I don't suspect any flat mites in my collection. So she could be a lot bigger, but I think she'll get there eventually. I think she just had a rough start. All right, and next to that one, we have my Hoya polyneura outer variegated. She is stunning, and I hate filming like this because I feel like I can't show you guys exactly what these plants look like because I'm too short and the shelf is a little high for me. She's got 2 new leaves there, but yeah, she is gorgeous. I'm obsessed with her. Cannot wait for her to get super bushy. All right, and back here we have an Anthurium Vienna Aurum. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot the name. Yeah, Vienna Aurum. That leaf back there is about to go. This one is super, super hardy. You guys, if you guys want a really hardy Anthurium, I would definitely recommend this one. I underwater this one like crazy, which is why it's currently in the One Leaf Club. But yeah, it's fine. She's still kicking. So yeah, I've been working on her, trying to get her watered right away when she needs it, and hopefully she'll be much bigger. Here we have a tiny Alocasia heterophylla prop. I grew this from a corm. It has this leaf that's dying off that I really want to rip off, but I can't because my hand is holding the camera. But yes, she's gorgeous. I cannot wait for her to grow more leaves. She's currently a part of the One Leaf Club as well. But I keep her because I really am determined to grow her super, super big. So we will see about that. Back here, we have the Hoya Crimson Princess. I know this is like a super basic Hoya now, but come on. Like, are you kidding? Look at these leaves. Oh, just a masterpiece. I'm obsessed. I didn't get this until this year, so I feel like a lot of people already have this plant in their collection, and it's huge. But for me, I didn't get it until this year, just because they didn't really do anything for me. But when I saw this one, I don't know if it's the genetics or what, but I was obsessed, and I finally decided to add her to my collection. All right, and over here we have my Hoya Mathilde Splash. She has a very silver vine here. I feel like it's pretty silver. Is it this one? Yes, I think it's this one. Anyway, it's pretty silver. And yes, she's grown a lot for me. She's very easygoing. I have zero trouble growing this girl. She even put out a peduncle recently right there. I'm so excited to see her bloom. But yeah, she's super happy and I love her. Okay, next we have my variegated Dischidia Million Hearts. Look at how bushy this girl is. And she is also another prolific grower for me. She's super easygoing. I'm pretty sure she propagates super easy in soil. I think some of her cuttings that I've taken, I just put back in the pot and they rooted up super quick and I had no issues. Next, we have another Hoya polyneura, but this is the intervariegated version. And you guys, another one with the watercolors. I mean, come on. Look at how gorgeous she is. She's so pretty. She's a little bit slower growing, but I seriously cannot wait for her to get big so that I can chop and prop her and just grow her into like a huge, like full pot. Here we have our regular Hoya polyneura, who is still so beautiful too. I love the veination in the regular green one. I mean, all of them have pretty veins, but like I feel like the green one, they're just so much more pronounced. And I am obsessed. And here we have a plant that I hold near and dear to me. This is my Hoya shook. Don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I say it. Hoya shook. Um, she is huge, you guys. I grew her from just like small cuttings. They weren't necessarily cuttings, but it was like there was like maybe 3 different vines with like 2 leaves on each. And they had rotted off and I regrew this from scratch and she's huge now. I love her. I would love to see her bloom. I know a lot of people say that this one is not easy to bloom. If this one doesn't bloom for me, it's fine. I'm just obsessed with her. I love the texture of the leaves and she's just happy in my care. So she can stay forever. Okay, now I'm currently standing on my couch to show you guys the top shelf. Here we have my philodendron tortum. I am obsessed with the tortum. You guys, this is just one of those funky plants that everyone seriously needs in their collection. I love it. It's giving Beetlejuice vibes. I'll insert a picture of what I'm talking about. But yeah, I love this plant. I will probably keep this plant forever. Super easygoing, super hardy, literally super drought tolerant as well. And yeah, she's just not fussy and I love her. Okay, I had to turn this plant around. But here we have my anthurium. I believe it's the crystallinum. Super gorge. Don't have much to say because I haven't had this one in my collection for that long. I think I got it about a month ago, and I think it's putting out its first new leaf for me right there. So that's pretty cool. Okay, next to that, we have my gorgeous Alocasia Frydek. It's 2 plants in here. And that leaf back there that's fallen was an all white leaf, or I think it was kind of yellow. It's like white yellow. And it looks like the new leaf that's coming in is also the same color. So I'm kind of upset. They don't last long when they come out like that. And I'm afraid that the plant itself is not going to make it if it doesn't get any leaves with green on them. So yeah, but she's gorgeous. I love her. Trying to get a different angle so you can see the pattern of all of the leaves, but yeah. Okay, next we have my gorgeous Anthurium Michelle Dock Block. The lighting in here sucks, so you guys cannot see the venation and just how beautiful this plant is, but I'm sure that you guys have seen pictures online. And she is huge, you guys, but I'm not gonna lie, I can't take credit for this leaf because I did get her from Home Depot and she was huge. And this was like the healthiest one that I could find. So yeah, I currently treated from here to there all these plants for pests because I think I found something on one of them. It was my clarinervium and I just freaked out. So I treated all these for pests because the clarinervium was over here. So now I have to kind of do it to all the plants, but for the time being, I treated from here to there. And yeah, so I hope she does okay with the treatment. She seems happy. So I will also say that she's super thirsty. I feel like anthuriums, I know that they love aeration, but like honestly, they're so thirsty that I've noticed a lot of them I've had to move into like a less chunkier type of mix. And yeah, what is this? That leaf back there is like completely upside down. Oh my God, I have to fix it. Oy. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna last on the shelf very long, you guys, because she's getting huge. She needs like her own plant stand. I don't know. We got to figure something out for her. Next, I have my Anthurium Veitchii. This king is gorgeous. It's going through it right now though, because like I said, I found some pests or possible pest damage. And this is one of the ones that had like something on it that was questionable. So I had him quarantining in my office. And I think that it was just searching for light because there's like no light in our office, or it's a north facing window. So it doesn't get very much light, only in the morning. So that's why it looks very like spread out like that. But yeah, I love him. He's putting out a new leaf currently. So I'm very excited to see how big that new leaf will get. Okay, and here I have my Anthurium vitelliforium. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct. Um, Again, gorgeous. I'm pretty sure it has 2 plants in it. It's not that big, so I'm excited to see it grow even bigger and longer because this is a strappy Anthurium. Next to that, I have my Alocasia dragon scale, which looks a little rough right now. I love her, but I am kind of over her. I don't have the patience for alocasias right now. I've had so many in my collection, and so many of them did well, but then just with time and my busy schedule, they end up declining because I don't water them frequently and they're not drought tolerant plants. So I'm thinking of kind of just putting my alocasia plant collecting on the back burner for now because I am in nursing school. I also have a 3-year-old toddler, so I just don't have the time. Next to that, however, I have my alocasia green unicorn. Oh my gosh, I cannot get this lighting sucks. You guys cannot see how beautiful she is. I'm like trying to like show you guys. Anyway, okay. I'm standing on my couch, so I cannot show you guys. I wish I had better lighting in here, but she is so pretty, and she is putting out a new leaf, which is very exciting. She's pretty easygoing, like I said. However, she is very thirsty, and again, unfortunately, I will most likely be getting rid of her because I can't take care of her, unfortunately. Okay, and here I have my Hoya Bertonier, trying to get a better angle of it so that you guys can see how big she is. Love this plant. Don't have much to say about her. She's pretty easygoing. She's also very thirsty, but look at that coloring of those leaves. I'm obsessed. I did forget to mention she is the variegated version. But yeah, stunning, stunning. She's pretty bushy. She just needs to get long now. And then right here, she looks so awkward. You can tell she's not supposed to be here. But this is my Hoya latifolia snow queen, I think. She's got like 2 leaves here that are a lot smaller than the original leaf. But you guys, I've had her for almost a whole year and she hasn't done anything but grow sideways. I know that she's looking for something to climb. Anytime she tried pushing out new leaves, they just dried out and fell off, and I'm honestly kind of over it. So I might chop and prop her, or I might just sell her altogether, but we'll see. All right, so now I'm going to be showing you guys something that I've been dying to show the world, and that is my Hoya compacta green version. But you guys, she is massive, okay? I'm warning you, she's massive. And I, again, cannot take credit for it because I did not grow her to be this long. I bought her really long already. They grow incredibly slow, and I just did not want to wait. Okay, so again, the lighting here is just not great the way it's hitting in my home. But yes, this is my Hoya compacta. Super, super long, super gorgeous, tons and tons of peduncles. And next to her, I have my Philodendron Brazil, which is getting pretty long too. And next to that, I have my Philodendron Rio, which is a lot smaller, and it does kind of bug me that she's very short. But you guys, I mean, look at this beauty. This is like a true showstopper. I mean, she's got a ton of peduncles on here. Because I did have her shipped, a lot of leaves were kind of damaged, and there was a lot of moisture trapped in the box. So I'm not gonna lie, some of them had like mold on them. and stuff, but she's put out a decent amount of new growth since I've had her. Proud plant parent here, even though I didn't grow her. Okay, now moving on this way. This is so aesthetically pleasing to me. I don't know why. This is my Synapsis Pictus Exotica. She looks kind of funky, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. She looked so much better, and I'll try and see if I can find some pictures. But I had to repot her because she was starting to grow mushrooms, and I just didn't like that. And also, like, she was just not. She was very droopy. So I think like a couple times I must have overwatered her, maybe, or like I don't know, maybe she needed to dry out more. I don't know what happened, but it was weird because I feel like I neglect all my plants, but maybe this one needed a little bit more neglect and more time to dry out. But yeah, so anyway, when I repotted her into new soil, the cuttings all kind of like separated. And so now when I placed them back in the pot, I didn't realize that they were completely like twisted and turned. And so I just feel like she doesn't lay as nicely as she did. Like this long thing was on this side and it just looked super, super pretty. And now it's just questionable to me. So yeah, but she's still super pretty and I love her. Very, very easygoing plant for me. Honestly, this plant was one of my biggest flexes because I feel like, no offense, a lot of people's Synapsis Pictus exoticas look crazy. They have lots of runners. They just don't look well. And no tea, no shade, but mine looked super, super nice. And it's funny because now I'm getting my karma back and now mine looks a little funky, but she's still very healthy. So I'm still really, really happy to have her in my collection. Next to her, I have I'm pretty sure this is a peperomia. I think it's called the Funky Frog. I'm not 100% positive, but she is so pretty and I love her. I don't know, she's very bushy. This little branch here is falling off, so I have to take it off so I can propagate her. But yes, she's just such a cute plant. I love her. I can't wait for her to be like completely water falling out of this pot. Okay, and here I have my Hoya carnosa. I think it's just a regular carnosa splash. I've had her for a very long time, and unfortunately, she hadn't done anything for so long. And finally, she's growing, which I love. I was going to get rid of her so many times, but I'm glad I didn't because now she's growing, and honestly, I'm obsessed with her leaves. All right, so here we have my Philodendron gloriosum. We had a rough start, okay? Very rough start. This is when I was like overwatering all of my plants and killing them off and giving them rot and stuff like that. But now she's doing so well and she's sized up so much. I cannot wait for her to be really big and lush and beautiful. So yeah. All right, now moving over here, we have my Monstera Tycon, which is looking a little rough right now because I don't know if she got burned or what happened, but she got some type of like leaf burn maybe. She is so pretty. I'm so happy that she's getting more and more fenestrations. But she is such a slow grower. I feel like Monstera in general is just a very slow grower, which is fine. But yes, she's obviously a lot bigger than what she was when I first got her. So this is my Philodendron esqueleto. And the idea with this plant is I was trying to trail it up this wall here and like go around. But she hasn't been happy with me lately. I underwater her super, super bad. And she dropped so many leaves down there, as you guys can tell. Yeah, so I'm trying to get her happy again. And hopefully we can fulfill that dream of having her climb that wall. Okay, and here we have a little plant rack. There's the gap here because I have a plant that I ended up putting back into my greenhouse. So eventually I am going to fill that with something. I just don't know what to put there right now. So, but yes, I have my Pilea peperomioides. This is the green version that I was telling you guys about. As you guys can see, she's just cupping a lot. She actually looks a lot better. Of course, now that I'm filming, she doesn't look as bad. But yeah, she still has quite a bit of cupping in her leaves, so we'll see if she stays with us. And here I have my Manjula pothos, gorgeous, gorgeous watercolor painting like leaves. She is in a naked root planter. I think it's the biggest size, and she was doing well for a while, but now I'm starting to realize and notice that she's getting like spots, and I have a feeling she might have a fungal issue. So we have to get that taken care of, and I'm really pissed because I was so excited to put her in this planter, and I don't know. So we're gonna have to look into that. Here I have my Burrow's tail. Super happy, actively growing like a weed. I love this thing. I recently put this into the ceramic planter, like directly into it, and I kind of was scared because I was afraid that she would get rot. But she actually started growing like crazy after I put her in here. So yeah, if yours isn't really actively doing much for you, maybe try putting it into a ceramic planter. Just she does have a drainage hole at the bottom, but it's only one, which is why I was so nervous. But like I said, clearly she really loves it there. Here we have my Ficus Audrey. I bought this girl pretty big. Okay, sorry guys, my mic died and I um, didn't realize for a while. But I think basically what I was just saying here was that I bought her pretty big. My cat chewed on one of the leaves, so she looks a little rough. And then here I was showing my Ficus Shaveriana. It's two plants in here. She's growing beautifully. Here I have my Hoya Fitchii, who was recently repotted when I shot this video. And then here I have my Hoya Parasitica. She took like a whole year to start actually growing, but she looks beautiful and I love her. Also freshly repotted. And then here I have my Hoya Sigillata. She's gorgeous, beautiful, all of the things. She's very happy, so can't wait to have a bushier and bigger plant specifically of Hoya Sigillata. And then here I have my Hoya Sunrise, who is also pretty bushy. I got her from BWH, and she's super healthy. I love her, and I cannot wait for her to get sun stressed. Here I was showing you guys my string of pearls, the variegated version. This one I also got from BWH, and she's super healthy and thriving here. And yeah, and then over here, this is a newer plant I got. It was a Rhaphidophora, or not, I'm sorry, not Rhaphidophora. It's a Rhipsalis, and I think it's a Rhipsalis bucera, something like that. I'm new to the Rhipsalis family, so not too sure, but I love her. She is so pretty. Here I have my green string of pearls, and this one's a little bit longer than the other one, but they're all so beautiful. Here I have my Monstera deliciosa, which I'm pretty sure I was probably telling you guys the story about how this was the plant that really got me into collecting plants. I actually also have her tattooed, not the specific plant, but I have Monstera tattooed on my arm with a tiger, which was unintentional, and I got this tattoo like a long time ago. And then it's just funny how that manifested into my plant journey. And then here I have my Hoya fungii. She's stunning. I have her in a hanging basket and I love that. I've seen a lot of people have this one trellised, but I love having her hanging. Here I was probably showing you guys off my first peduncle on her. I was screaming when I first saw this form, and it's been months, and by the time I filmed this video and upload it, she's probably already going to have that bloom opened. So I'm super excited for that. And then, yeah, here comes the audio. All right, so by my entryway, we only have 2 plants. This shoe organizer is new. We want to put a mirror here, but yeah, so we just kind of threw some plants here that are more low maintenance because we don't have any windows, unfortunately, here, so this gets like no light. We have the Sansevieria Moonshine, I'm pretty sure it's called Moonshine, Moonshine. And we have my Marble Queen Pothos here, I'm obsessed with this planter. Nice and simple. All right, y'all, we're almost done here. In our office, we have my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, who is looking a little cray right now. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with her. I had to bring down this grow light that I had like pretty much all the way at the top because some of the leaves down here started dying off, and I don't know if it's because they weren't getting any light. The goal is to trail her all the way up and around. Okay, and here we have a money tree. She's so beat up from our cat because he pretty much lives in the office. During the day, obviously, he's out and about in our house, but at night we keep him in here because we have way too many plants, and he's just crazy and has knocked down the blinds before and stuff like that, so I just don't trust him. So he sleeps in here, and so she could be better, but again, it's just one of those things. We want to have some greenery, obviously, in the office. He's gotten a lot better, actually, about chewing on the plants. These are just old scars for the most part. I haven't seen anything new come about, but yeah. Okay, next we are in my daughter's room. I have two plants here. I have a pothos. I thought it was gonna be a regular green version, but I don't think so anymore. So we have that one, and we have another pothos. I don't know if this is the Enjoy or the, shoot, I'm like blinking. You guys know what I'm talking about. These plants get super neglected. I feel so bad, which is why I put this one specifically into a naked root planter to help with like the water retention and stuff. But they're doing really well. They're growing. This one's finally trailing, so it looks super cute. All right. And last but not least, we have the plants in my bedroom. So this is my ZZ plant. She is stunning. She does need a really, really good dusting, just like my Monstera and probably all of my plants. As you can tell, she got pretty beat up by my cat as well. I seriously think it was just a phase because he doesn't do it anymore. At least I don't catch him doing it anymore. This plant is so gorgeous. I'm obsessed with the planter that it's in, and I got it for my birthday last year, actually, from my parents. And I'm so happy. This wasn't on like my wish list or anything, but I'm so glad that I have it. And it was already pretty big when they gave it to me, but it's grown so much more. So yeah, I love it. Okay, and here I have my Cebu Blue. This plant, you guys, I'm so proud of. I grew this from like 3 little cuttings. The plant was pretty bushy when I got it, but unfortunately I gave it root rot, and yeah, it was when I was just starting off. So I had to like regrow her, and I just told myself I have to like bring her back and get her to be nice and bushy, and I'm so happy that I did, because now she is, and she's starting to trail. She does get neglected though. Most of the plants in my room get really neglected, so that's really unfortunate. And here I have my Syndapsis. Oh my gosh, I don't know which one this one is because they all look the same. I mean, you could tell the Exotica and this one, you can tell those apart, but anyway, she is super leggy, which is really annoying. I did use some Kiki paste on her, so I'm hoping that these empty nodes will grow some new leaves in. Okay, and here we have my Philodendron Micans. So I actually used to have this one where I have my Rio, but I ended up moving her here because I felt like she was getting way too much light over there, and she was just getting really bleached, and I was starting to not like how she looked. So I went ahead and moved her in here, and I chopped off all of the super bleached leaves, and you guys, I'm so happy I did. She's doing so much better now that she's in here. I chopped her up. I gave her a really, really good chop, and I put the leaves back into the soil, which I don't normally do. I usually put them in water or something, but I'm really trying to like master the art of just propagating straight into soil to kind of cancel out that transition period. And yeah, she's doing very, very well. And then on my dresser here, we have just a regular, I think this is a neon pothos or lime pothos, I'm not sure, but yeah, super cute, nice and simple. I love it. It does get underwatered, like I said, but this one is super drought tolerant, so I don't really have to worry much about her. All right, friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.